Okay. Well, geez, it took for freaking ever to get these camera set up. I got a new camera, and I just learned while I was trying to record this video that my computer's operating system is too old to understand how to run the mic on the camera, and they're virtually the same camera. This is a Logitech C920 HD. The other one, the newer one, the newer purchase is a C920E, and for some reason I have to have a driver to run the microphone on that camera. And this is a 2008 Mac. I'm trying to squeeze all the life out of it I possibly can, and that was the hiccup. So I could have spent time. I could have been striping. So all I really did was because I run a microphone and a sound and a little mixing board over there. I don't need the microphone on the camera. I never use it. I use the actual really good sounding microphone. But over here by the art table, it's different. I like to I need to have the microphone in front of me. So I just switch the cameras, and wow, what an aggravation. I mean, all I wanted to do was get to striping on this stuff. So yeah, these have been flaked and sprayed. I just finished this side yesterday, and I finished this side on this one yesterday as well. I don't know that I'm going to be doing any pinstriping on this side because it looks complete enough to me, but over here I've got a nice big open area. I'm using Tamco stripe brush effects, and I believe this Mac brush might be on its last legs, but there's a couple of places on here I wanted to cover with stripes where my my color kind of came up a little bit, and this area here where my tape blocked out some of the color that I wanted to use. So I'm just kind of winging it here. I don't really have a plan other than that I like this blue, and I'm going to put it on here. So hopefully this this camera is out of the way enough that it won't really bug me. Also, since I make this and sell it, the Powder Lines template, which you can find on my website at idcrisisdesign.com, this little tool here, it puts these here chalk lines. I don't know if you can see this. It puts those chalk lines on there to help you keep your design symmetrical, measure from one door to the next if you have to do. I do a lot of pinstripe repair, and sometimes I'll get some gingerbread on a car on one side, and instead of measuring it, I just I run that grid over the design, and then I run it over the same area on the side that I'm working on, and that way I can count squares, dashes, and dots, and match up one side to the next. So anyways, we're gonna just dive right into this here. Yeah, and this brush, it may be on its last legs. It feels a little ratty whenever I pull it out, like it might be going a little bit bald. So far so good though. I do really like the way this brush effects feels, at least the blue. Some of the colors earlier on were a little runny to me, but this feels pretty good. This is a urethane, not a an enamel. Alpha 6 is an enamel. One Shot is an enamel. This is a striping urethane, like I'm not going to say it's like Hot Hues. I'm just going to say it's a striping urethane, and so is Hot Hues. So there's a little bit of a similarity there. So how do I want to fix this here? Let's see if I start on this side, upside down here. I'm going to put a nice little border line right on here, cover up this schmutz. Maybe I'll just fill this in. Now this is not a project for someone. This is just a little, I mean, I might sell it. There's some, shows coming up, some local dealership events, and I might be heading out to Johnstown for Thunder in the Valley. I don't know yet. But if I do, I'll want to bring stuff like this with me and try to unload it for more than people are willing to pay. That's usually that's the real trick. And I've got 3 of them. Might keep one for myself. Okay, I'm going to want to fatten this up a little bit. I got some flake showing through. I don't like this ending right here. So I'm going to see if I can use this rubber tool to scoot it over. Now, when you're dealing with enamels, you have more opportunity to scoot paint around a little bit more. The urethanes tend to dry faster. All it is a little rubber squeegee. So, in the interest of obsessive compulsive disorder, I'll see if I can just fatten this one up here. I want them to look the same. The closer that they are, if these elements are going to be so close to each other, I want them to be as balanced as possible. They don't have to be perfect. So I don't know if you guys can see this over here. A little bit of thinner, just some urethane reducer. I dip the brush in here and then pal it over here until you get a good consistency. Also, you can just kind of like dip right in the can. Now, when you're dealing with the chemical makeup of these, I know this is going to be getting cleared. So I am not concerned about catalyzing this paint. If I was going to be doing this right on top of a cleared surface, I would be catalyzing this so that it would have much better gloss retention and longevity, basically be making it a nice solid, anybody in the auto body industry, best described as a single stage. It's weird having this camera right off to your left. If I can find better software to run it with and I can zoom in more, then I'll try to move it up this way and zoom in further this way. So I want to be right on top of this, but I also want it to be in the center of the shot. A little tighter than I'd like. Do I do anything else? I don't know. Maybe I'll do this trick here. I'll show you guys real quick. Get the back of the brush and just kind of put these little dots right there. That's what you use the back of the brush for, that little shape. You know, I'm supposed to be starting on this side, but I don't want to drag my fingers through the paint, so I'll just flip this over and see if I can get the same design effect going upside down. If anybody heard that, it was not me.
Sorry.
Can't take him anywhere. Yeah, see, I want to be right about there. Let's see if this works. Come on, Dave, you can do it. Good enough for me. Yeah, that's okay. I really didn't want to like cross over into any of the other colors, but this one bit right here is kind of bugging me. And I know I'm going to end up making this look too crowded, but it's just this rule I'm not willing to break. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with just having it end off the top there like that. Okay. Done there. I don't even know if I want to do anything on the other side. Over here though, yes. And this one I'm going to be working with a nice hot pink color. If you guys can see in here, this is my thinner can. This is how I clean my brushes. Just swish it back and forth, up and down, maybe a little bit like this. And then I'll press it into the paper towel. If you can see blue right there, I've still got paint in the bristles. So in the hairs, I want to get that out. We'll try it again. And as the thinner draws out, if I still see blue, which you should be able to see a little bit of blue there, I want to keep going with that. Get as much of that out as possible. I realize that this thinner is a little bit dirty, but a little bit nothing. It's dirty. What I don't want to do is to yank on the hairs like this. Just kind of squeeze it together and see. There's a little bit in there, but not a ton, so you don't have to do this this way. There's a lot of good products out there to preserve your brushes in. I use 30 weight non-detergent motor oil because I can get it anywhere. Just kind of like wring it out just a little bit. And if I'm keeping this oil in this brush, then any remnants of paint that are still in there are not going to be affecting anything. Whenever I go to rinse this out, it'll be fine to use just like that. Now I'm just going to grab a different brush here. I haven't used this in a long time, and it is a lot of fun. It's a synthetic brush. This is a Ted Turner's Dragonfly. So I have, preserved this in oil too, so I'll rinse the oil out before I get started. And first things first, clean up that old color what we're not going to use. Again, this is Tamco Brush Effects. Little hot pink action. I'll throw some more powder lines on here. Again, that is ID Crisis Design. You can find it there in the merch section with some t-shirts. You can also you'll find this, and you'll also find a nice little turning tool solution that I created for doing gold leaf. Those videos are also available on this channel. Okay, so let's see if we can get it all in the shot there. Alright. Yeah, I do like the consistency of this. Tammy did a really good job getting this stuff together. I have one of the original jars of black, and I mean, I'm still going to use it. It just takes a little bit longer to palette it, to get it to the right consistency. I haven't opened the new can yet, but if it feels like this, then problem solved. Alright. See if I can do something that's not exactly like what I just did before. This is a great brush for outlining. I honestly don't think there's anything that you can't do with it. It feels so good for a synthetic brush. It really holds on to the paint. A lot of synthetic brushes, you'll find that especially if it's a thinner medium, it will build up and have like this little drip coming off the end of the hairs, just waiting to create a little fat lady in your line. It's a little bit to the inside more than I'd like, so I'm gonna show you guys how we fix this on the fly. We even it up. I'll make another line to the inside that kind of mimics this one that I didn't like here, and then another one to the outside that mimics what I did in the first place. Now we're a lot more even. Bring this one down into the inside some more. I think she wants to sit right about there. Okay. See, the nice thing about the template here, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, I can't tell if I'm recording. My monitor went off. So this is all just chalk. Whenever you're done, the paint dries, you just take a little dry rag and brush it off. No fuss, no muss, no pencil marks, no scrapes, no wet rags. Okay, I'm going to outline my these little horns right here, and I'm going to leave it. I don't want to put so many pinstripes on here that it ends up looking too busy, but I do want to go across here and here where my tape line stopped. Man, this is a smooth brush. You get you one of these. Nice, consistent lines. Really, it doesn't respond to pressure a ton, which a lot of brushes do. You know, if you want a thicker line, you know, really press down. If you want a thinner line, you know, you lift up, and sometimes a lack of that control will cause an inconsistency in the thickness of your line. This guy here, it just wants to be one size all the time, and it's almost like cheating. Yeah, I like that. And since I have it out and I'm thinking of it, I'm just going to add some pink to this. Yeah, again, not a lot, just a little bit of an attention getter. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, I'm going to clean this stuff up. If you are enjoying this video, hit like and subscribe. I am not going to try to pin myself down into one type of video or another. I'm going to try to do some drawing videos. You'll see some of the ones from the past are some spinning some gold leaf, and other custom paint techniques that might be considered to be a little esoteric. But now that I've got this other camera up and running, I'm going to try to be a little bit more on board, a little bit more consistent with releasing content. It's not easy though. I mean, you know, again, not complaining, but we've got like a full-time job and customers to deal with. A lot of times they're on location, so I can't just bring this setup with me. I have to like wait until there's time to do something like this. And you know, God help you if you're not in the mood. Just sit there and look at your camera that you bought that you don't use. So, all right. Talk to you guys later on the next video, and be safe until then. Where's my fucking mouse?